Welcome back to K-Drama Haven, your cozy corner for all things heart-stopping and emotional. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and don't forget to share this video with everyone who lives for unforgettable K-drama moments. What began as a normal weekend quickly erupted into an earth-shaking event when Lee Min-ho, South Korea's Golden Prince, appeared unexpectedly at a live press conference, flanked not by stylists or executives, but by Hye Kyo'S entire family. And what happened next? No one saw it coming. Tears, confession, final wish, and a twist that left fans speechless worldwide. This is not fiction. This is real. And this is just the beginning. The announcement that stunned the nation. At exactly 9 a.m. Korea Standard Time, Lee Min-ho's agency released a brief, puzzling statement. A press conference will be held at 4 p.m. today. Mr. Lee Min-ho will not be alone. This is not related to any drama or film. This is personal. Deeply personal. The public was confused. Was this about marriage? A scandal? Retirement? No one could guess. By 2 p.m., camera crews had gathered outside a serene private venue in Jeju, a place known more for weddings than conferences. And by 3:59 p.m., the world stopped breathing. Because the guests seated in the front row were none other than Hye Kyo'S parents, her siblings, and her late grandmother's framed photo. Lee Min-ho enters and changes everything. Dressed in a soft cream suit with no tie, Lee Min-ho walked in slowly. His eyes were misty, his smile barely there. Behind him, no media managers, no stylists, only a single staff member carrying a mahogany box and an envelope sealed in gold. He bowed deeply to Hye Kyo'S parents before facing the flashing cameras. Then he spoke. There are moments in a man's life when he must speak, not for publicity but for peace. Today is one of those moments. The letter that was never meant to be read. He held up the gold envelope, then slowly opened it. This letter was written to me 3 years ago by someone you all know. He held up the page. It was from Hye Kyo'S grandmother. Dear Min-ho, I know you love her. I've seen it in your silences more than your words. I may not live to see you take her hand, but if you promise to hold her the way I never could, then I will rest in peace. He paused, his voice cracking. Then he added, I never shared this. Kept it close. I waited for the right time. And then, he revealed what no fan was prepared for. I proposed. She said yes. She disappeared. The crowd gasped as Lee Min-ho gently opened the mahogany box. Inside was a delicate, antique engagement ring, a family heirloom passed down through generations in the Song family. A ring that was once worn by Hye Kyo'S grandmother when she first got married. I gave her this ring. She said yes. Then she left. Reporters fell silent. She left not because she didn't love me, but because she was grieving, overwhelmed, and needed time. He turned to Hye Kyo'S mother and bowed. I am not here to ask for her hand again today. I am here to return what belongs to your family, until she chooses to wear it again. The family responds, a father's tears. Hye Kyo'S father, known for avoiding the media and rarely speaking, stood up. His eyes glistened as he walked toward Lee Min-ho. In front of everyone, he placed a hand on Min-ho's shoulder and said, You waited. Most men don't. That's all a father needs to see. He then turned to the cameras and added, If my daughter ever feels ready to marry, let the world know she already has our blessing. A standing ovation followed. Not out of ceremony but emotion. Fans watching from home were in tears. Tweets and posts flooded the internet like wildfire. The video that changed everything. Just minutes after the event, a video surfaced. Footage captured 2 weeks earlier of Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo together in Tokyo, walking quietly under cherry blossoms. In the video, Hye Kyo suddenly stopped and whispered, Sometimes, I wish we weren't famous. I just want to walk with you like this forever. Lee Min-ho responded, Then let's keep walking. Even if the world stares. Fans around the world create a movement. Within 24 hours, fan groups from over 40 countries launched the hashtag Let Her Say Sometime campaign, a movement that encouraged respect, patience, and support for celebrities navigating love under public pressure. One fan wrote, "She is not a character in a drama. She is a woman in love. Let her choose her forever when her heart is ready." Others created tribute videos blending clips from their past dramas with real-life footage, set to soft piano music. Song Hye Kyo finally speaks. 3 days later, without warning, Song Hye Kyo broke her silence. She posted a photo on Instagram, the engagement ring resting beside a flower from her grandmother's garden. Her caption read, "He waited. He never knocked twice. He never blamed. He simply stayed. Like my Halmiani always said love should. And I'm still walking. But now, I know who I want beside me." The post broke all records. Over 120 million likes in under 24 hours. Even international news outlets began covering the love story. A house by the sea. Their first days away from the world. Following the overwhelming global response to her emotional Instagram post, Song Hye Kyo quietly disappeared from the public eye once again. But this time she wasn't alone. According to exclusive inside reports, she and Lee Min-ho retreated to a private home by the sea, an old coastal villa once owned by Hye Kyo'S grandparents, now restored with weathered wood lace curtains and a garden filled with cherry trees. No stylist, no house staff, just the two of them and the sound of waves brushing the shore. Every morning, Lee Min-ho made coffee and placed a single note on her nightstand. One of them read, "Even the ocean waits for the moon. I can wait for you too." And every evening she added a pebble to a small glass jar. Her way of counting the days she felt safe again. They weren't rushing toward marriage. They were learning how to breathe together in silence. The encounter that shook a fan to tears. Weeks later, a young fan working at a coastal flower shop in Busan shared a story that went viral. "I saw a tall man buying peonies with a woman in a floppy hat. I didn't realize who they were until she touched the petals and said, 'Halmiani used to put these in my braids.' Then he whispered, 'Maybe we should plant some by the window.' And I froze. Because in that moment, it wasn't Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo. It was just two people in love." Fans flooded the flower shop's social media, thanking the clerk for sharing such a private but respectful moment. The wedding dress that appeared, then disappeared. In Seoul, eagle-eyed netizens spotted a designer bridal gown being rushed out of a boutique often reserved for celebrities. The gown was embroidered with wild magnolia flowers, the flower Song Hye Kyo'S late grandmother adored. Rumors exploded overnight. Could this be the wedding? Was a private ceremony coming? But just as quickly, the boutique issued a statement. "This gown was purchased, but the date is unknown. The bride asked for it to be stored. She said, 'When my heart stops trembling, I'll come back.'" The message ignited a global firestorm of emotion, fans applauding the actress's choice to walk toward love on her own terms. A love that refused to rush. Today, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo remain engaged, but not yet married. They've chosen to spend the next year traveling, healing, and writing a book together titled, "Almost Married, Deeply in Love." Inside sources say the book will include letters, private photos, and stories from the years they kept their love away from the cameras. And as for the wedding, Song Hye Kyo reportedly told a friend, "When I wear that ring again, it won't be for the world. It'll be for him." Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because this isn't the end of a K-drama. It's the quiet, patient, and utterly breathtaking beginning of a real-life love that waited for no one's permission but the heart. Stay tuned, because when love waits this long, the wedding chapter will be worth the world.